Hey, what's up, guys? Calling out about in the video. And today I want to do my Broncos strengths and weaknesses going into week 4. So what we need to do, so we're at home, hosting against the Bengals, hosting the Bengals on Monday night. So what we need to do in the fixes there. So what we need to do in the fixes. What we need to do in the fixes here, we need to have Bo Nix there to get more comfortable there to actually throw the football there. Have Bo go into practice there and actually fix those issues we had last week. Because technically last week there, Bo Nix was actually overthrowing guys there. So Nix, you really need to fix that there. Try to find your targets, get comfortable in the pocket there. That's what we need to do there. Mostly what you feel like to get comfortable in, that's where you want to throw your balls there. Try to throw those medium to short passes there. Don't throw those beauty bombs or so. Don't be a hero and throw those beauty bombs. Try to throw those middle passes there or short incoming plays there. If they're trying to do the box play, you throw those medium passes there, get those first downs. If they're trying to spread there, you throw those short passes there and try to get those there. Try to do that in the practice mode there. Try to get better at that and try to get more comfortable throwing the football there. That's what we need to do. We need to mostly make Bo Nix there to get more comfortable in the football there, and also on the practice mode have our defense actually kind of pressure him there, because he needs to get used to the pressure there, and that's what we need to do there, because in the last couple games there, the other teams are like saying they're trying to pressure him to mostly make him throw those off throws. So we need to get Bo into comfortable positions there and get those first downs and executing those plays there. So that's what we need to do here. So that's what we need to do for that. For the running game there, we need to kind of get the running game more active this week and try to actually get more J.K. Dobbins most of the rock there, and we also need to give J.K. Dobbins mostly a lot of the rock there, and also give R.J. Harvey a lot of the rock in the fixes. We need to fix that massively going into this week there. So after that there, mostly for the that's it for the fixes there. So Bo Nix, you need to get your guys to target in the practice mode, and you need to find your guys and try to find those short and medium passes there, because that's actually mostly your best friend. Don't throw those deep bombs there. The only time you need to throw those deep bombs if it's like an emergency. So, yeah, that's what we need to do in these practices. So, let's go into the actual game. So, we're at home, and there in Power Field at Mile High. So, we host the Bengals. So, what we need to do to mostly go in this game here. So, we need to do this in this game here. We need to mostly the Bengals are technically weak against. I think they're technically weak against the pass there. I think they're really weak against the pass. So we need to mostly use Bo Nix there to mostly aim and target the passing game there. We need to actually hit the passing there and actually do something in the passing game there. Try to execute that there. Try to get those first downs. Try to throw those short and medium passes there to get those first downs and stuff. Because if we throw those short and medium passes there, we can actually do something in this game here and try to execute that there. move down the field. And this is what I'm going to say every week here. We need to move down the field, execute the play, and move the sticks there. This is why I always say every week here. We need to move down the field, execute the play, and move the sticks there. And that's what we need to do. We need to get first downs, execute it, and push down the middle. We need to push down, get first downs, execute the play, and getting first downs. That's what we need to do for it. Mostly also for uh, running game there. So if we want to use the running game there, have KJ Dobbins there and RG Harvey to mostly affect the running game there, because they're not going to always going to they're mostly not going to always going to stop the pass, even if they are pretty weak against the pass there. We need to use the running game mostly liable there. We need to use our running game mostly liable in this game to mostly show how we're going to mostly move the ball, move the execution into the play there, try to get it more accurate there. So we need to move down the field, get first downs, and execute the play and punch it in the red zone. We need to punch that shit in the red zone there. We can't force a 3-and-out in the red zone and kick a field goal. And let's kick a field goal there. We need to execute that, move down the field, execute the play, and punch it in the red zone. And that's what we need to do here. And that's why I always have to say we need to punch it always in the red zone there, because if we punch it in the red zone, we need to get points first before they do. So, so we need to give that on the offensive side. So the defense. So let's move on to the defense. So the defense there, we need to execute it there. What we actually technically did last week there against Justin Herbert. We need to see that same motivability there against the. I think Joe Flacco's out. Not mistaken there. Joe Flacco's out, but mostly was prepared for Joe Flacco if he does come back in this game. But so what we need to do here, Browning or Joe Flacco, we need to pressure one of those quarterbacks. So we need to pressure one of those quarterbacks there and mostly pressure them. Have Nick Bonito and have Jonathan Cooper right on those quarterbacks, on Joe Flacco or the backup quarterback. We need to do that there and mostly pressure him there. Have Nick Bonito on him. Have Jonathan Cooper on him there. And mostly pressure the quarterback there and try to get a lot of the pressure there. For the tight ends there, this is where we're actually pretty weak against there. We need to fix this on the tight end spot there. Have Mathunga going after one of the tight ends, because Mathunga can actually stop one of the tight ends there. He's really good at the tight end position there. He can actually lock down the tight end, have him lock down that tight end, have their best, mostly have Mathunga locking down their best tight end, and also have and Alton Singleton to lock down also locking down that tight end there. Have Singleton and Mathunga actually double teaming the Bengals tight end, the best Bengals tight end there. Have him double team all game there. He can actually break out tackles. He can actually break out tackles there, and we need to watch him there. We need to execute that there and have him double team. Have him double team there. Have Mathunga and have Mathunga and Drake's have Mathunga and Singleton double team him the whole fucking time. So that's what we need to do on our defensive side. Have them both. They need to both. Need to do that there. For the wide receivers there, have PS2 locking down their best wide receiver. This is why I always say there. They need to lock down their best wide receiver there. Have PS2 lock him down. Have PS2 completely lock him down, because we know PS2 can actually lock down guys. He knows how to lock down guys pretty well. Have PS2 locking down their best wide receiver. Lock him completely down. Have PS2 lock down the Bengals' best wide receiver there, and have Riley Moss locking down the second best wide receiver for the Bengals. We need them locking them down, keeping them on all game there, and try to force those incompletions there. Try to force some interceptions there. That's what we need to do there, because technically this rookie quarterback, he's gonna or this backup quarterback, he's not going to throw the ball too deep. He's not going to throw the ball too deep there. So if we can actually lock and also possibly lock him down there, he's not going to mostly going to throw the ball too deep. So we're going to possibly going to want to lock him down. We need to mostly possibly might do a box formation there because he's not going to throw it too deep. He's not going to throw it too deep there. So we might want to do the box formation there and try to stop him in the box. If he throws one deep, let's kind of spread out a little bit and try to execute that there so we don't lose in that in the defensive department. We need to execute that there. Run zone, run man. Keep running zone and man there because the Bengals are actually good against the blitz. They're good against the blitz there. So technically, you need to actually run zone and man to beat this team. Mostly, you might want to try to copy what the Falcons or you might want to copy what the Vikings did last week. You might want to copy what the Vikings did last week against them. So maybe you might want to look at the Vikings game film there against the Bengals and see what they actually did, and mostly revert to last week's game there. That's what we need to do going into this week. That's it for the defensive side, and we might win it in the defensive side there. So for the special teams there, I'm gonna say it's like every other week. Hold on to the ball. Don't muff the punt there like we did in week 1. We need to hold on to the ball, have Mims actually hold on to the ball, mostly grabbing it, getting those first downs, and executing it. Mostly protect Will Lutz there on the field goals there. That's what we need to do is protect Will Lutz there. If there's any leverage call, try to go up it there. Try to go up there. Don't if they're trying to do these leverages because they're getting away with fucking leverages there. So just kind of bring your own body up here and try to block that leverage call so they can see they're fucking leveraging you. Try to get up on them. Try to get up on them if they're trying to do like that levering stuff because I know they're getting by with that fucking ledgering calls stuff. So, yep, that's pretty much it. Comment, rate, more sponsors, Tuesday Bros. We like Love Bros. Please subscribe. Hit the notification on the silver logo and live streams. Comment, sponsors, Tuesday Bros. Like, add a